wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece, wanna see some more.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Foxborough. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it is the rookie from Oklahoma. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Higgins sent in motion. On 3rd and 2, it's May. That is caught. Finding Higgins.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. Bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's May. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Going for it all. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New England.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Throwing now on third and long. He's going to try it here again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Whoa! That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Second and goal. They send him right out of the slot. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's third down and goal. Back to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's his second touchdown of the year. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 31 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 33 yards. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Here's a run. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. The ground. This is right. He will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Back on the ground and back to right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A carry here for Wright. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On third down, they go with Wright. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Bell is the man in motion. Will start on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. To throw now, May. He's going to look for the home run ball. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Throwing now from the gun. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Steelers. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is May. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is May. He'll let one go down the middle. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
At their own 4-yard line.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is caught! And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 37 yards. First down to 3.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Wright. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Patriots are going to get the football at their own 23.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Short kick taken just inside the 20. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. May gonna look to throw. The open man is Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On 1st down, a run for right. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Run again with Wright. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He's going to look downfield once again.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They put Wilson in motion. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. On 2nd down, it's May. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What we've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game. But so
pressure gets there, and down he goes.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down. May going up top. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Head up. This is right. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Higgins sent in motion. May to throw on second down. He'll air one out for Higgins. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
On third and long, here's May. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're going. It's May. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, New England. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. He'll run with right. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's second and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play.
And he will score again. Touchdown, New England. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Point after, coming up here. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 42 yards. A shotgun handoff to Wright. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. A give here to Wright. Wow. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's May. He's He's going to air this one out. That is hot. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
Throwing is May. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one caught at the 4. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Patriots. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
Caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's right. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll air it out down the middle. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch called for and taken, and that sets them up in outstanding field position.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is May. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a run on 1st down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Higgins sent in motion. Third and short. And here is May. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, New England.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll stick to the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Receiver in motion, going right. They're going to go jet sweep on third down. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. So now, a big spot coming here. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll drop to throw. Would be the dagger. It's intercepted.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
They'll go with a counter on first down. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
The open man is Wilson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes fourth down. So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.